Aquarius, Dark Dove Tarot here. So I'm going to light your burn paper on the burn plate. Before we get started, I put Aquarius, time, fulfillment, seeing, patience, faith, hope, and blessings. Those were all words that came out when I saged that needed to be seen or heard by you or the universe. Something. So let's see what's going on for July 2021 for Aquarius. Again, this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2021. Any likes, subscribes, comments are greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information is below. There will also be an extended read link below as well. So let's see what's going on for Aquarius. This is a general love read, so keep that in mind. You always want to check your other signs to see if those resonate with you as well or add a little more clarity to your story. So again, this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, but always want to check your other signs to see what those have in store for you as well. All right. Also, I'm using a new deck that just came out. I believe the day that I'm posting these videos are the day that this is released. It's called The Beauty of Horror, and I am loving the deck. Beauty of Horror by Alan Roberts. So just wanted to throw that out there. I love this deck. Just got it. And like I said, it's going to be coming out, I believe, the 15th in the next couple of days on the 15th of June, from what I understand. So, all right. See a few more cards, Aquarius, and we will get started for your July 2021 read. Last card. All right, let's pull your Oracle card and get started here. Let's see what is going on for Aquarius for July for love. What's going on for Aquarius for July for love? Okay, you have protection. Protection, which is interesting because when I was writing out the things to put on the paper, I just kept feeling like there needed to be something encouraging. That's why I put faith and hope, almost like a protective type vibe. You know, you'll get through this and everything's going to be okay. So very interesting because this card talks about that higher power, however it is for you, whether it's, you know, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, this is a protective energy. You're loved, you're protected. You know, don't be afraid. The universe has your back. Okay. So for whatever reason this month, Aquarius, you need to hear that. You need to hear certain things. They're telling me messages you need to pay attention, or you're going to be presented with messages that maybe you've been longing to hear, or you've been needing to hear. So something coming through, but in a protective type energy. Now, that's interesting as well. Coming into the month, your current position is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a hostile energy. It's can be confrontational. It can be fighting. So there's something going on here that you're feeling you're protecting yourself from. I feel like a certain individual. Maybe you've been having issues with a particular person and they're just not getting the hint, or, you know, you've made a final decision on something because it's like you've learned your lessons, especially here with the Hierophant next to it. That's Taurus cards. You could be dealing with a Taurus or have Taurus placements in your chart. But having the Knight of Swords and the Hierophant here is like, you know, there's an internal battle going on too, because you're trying to decide what it is you're going to do. You're trying to decide how to be the bigger person in this situation and still be you, not becoming, you know, your, you know, oftentimes with the Knight of Swords, I feel like that's us becoming a person we don't want to be, because there is fighting. There's words that are exchanged that may be hurtful. But the Hierophant talks about relying a lot on this higher power, relying a lot on your faith or you know, your belief or your spirituality, because the Hierophant is a religious teacher almost, and it's learning lessons. It's lessons learned. And the Knight of Swords makes me feel like you're saying things to someone that you've needed to say for a long time, that you need to get out there, because this is a drive and ambition and quick wit. But be careful with how you represent it, because this is a moment in time where you may say some things that you regret, or somebody says some things that they shouldn't to you. So the Knight of Swords is having a bunch of feelings that you want to get out in words that you want to communicate. And sometimes the only way to communicate what you actually feel or what's going on is unfortunately in a harsher aspect. Now, internally, you know that they're almost saying like in the right, and I don't want to say it like that. I'm trying to think of a better way to express it, because it's not like, oh, I'm right and I have, but it's more like, you understand now, and you have a right to your feelings, and somebody may have discredited your feelings or has made you feel like you're not seeing things correctly, or it's almost like my way or the highway type energy but how you feel should be recognized, and it hasn't been for a long time, or it's like whatever you're saying is falling on deaf ears, and it's just not acceptable anymore. Now, in your distant past, you have the King of Wands. So very interesting here. This is what I was talking about, taking the moral high ground. And with the past, this is where this person is very drawn to you. They're having a hard time getting over you. And so the way to get a reaction out of you may be to hurt you, which, sucks. But the people who love us the most, and unfortunately the people we love the most, are oftentimes the people we hurt the worst. But the King of Wands is saying that you're kind of holding your ground. You're not, whatever they're bringing towards you, whatever they're throwing your way, you're like surrounded by this bubble, and you're saying, you can't hurt me anymore, or you can't get to me like this, or that's not going to work. Whatever you're trying to accomplish in whatever's going on is not working that way. And it's because you're dealing with a difficult situation, or you were. And there's big trust issues here with this person. Now, I don't feel like you're going to take this person back. I feel like there's somebody who's going to be coming in, who's going to want to romance you. My cat's going a little skedaddle over there, having the zoomies. So if you hear him, he's just raced by and like slid across the wood floor and then took off, and his nails were like tick, 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 tick. So, but what I'm saying here is you have a reason to be very upset. And this person made some mistakes. Now, it can be reversed. Cross watchers, don't get upset. It can be reversed, but, remember, this is Aquarius's read. There's something that happened here. There's a third-party situation here that happened, and that's what is kind of inflicting all of this. And you have a choice to make here, where you can either move forward with someone new, or move forward possibly with the past, but it doesn't look like that's the energy where you're going right now, because you're looking for something different. And I think that that's really hurting this person. It's digging deep with this person, because they thought that you would, I don't know, there's a sense that this person thought that, even though they hurt you, or even though maybe they were involved in a third-party situation, maybe there was lying or cheating or something along those lines, with this Three of Pentacles popping out, they still just thought, it's almost like they thought they could walk all over you and get away with it. And you're going, fuck you, you can't. Like, that's not going to happen. Because the Three of Pentacles here, again, you're holding your moral high ground. You're protected. And when I said before that it's like, you're in the right, it's a situation that shouldn't have happened and is not okay, and you've made the decision that you want something different. You want somebody who upholds a standard of integrity. And I'm not saying that this person is a bad person, but the way they treated you is ill-received and not deserved. And so you're not willing to sacrifice your time and energy on this situation anymore. You want to take a new leap of faith. You want to start something new, because you have this Emperor who's going to be coming in, male or female. I don't apply sex to the cards, but the Emperor card is Aries card. So you could be dealing with an Aries or have Aries placements in your chart, but the Emperor is stability. This is somebody who's not playing games. They're not full of crap. They know what they want. And this is the type of energy that you've been longing for. This is somebody who will take the moral high ground with you too. This is somebody who, no, things will not always be perfect. They never are in any relationship, but this is somebody who will communicate with you, somebody who will tell it like it is. You guys may have your differences. You may argue. You may have compromises that you need to get through, but this is somebody who sticks. This is somebody who stays around. This is somebody who, they know your worth, Aquarius, and they're not going to walk away from it. They're not going to cheat. They're not going to, and I can't say that for everybody, because there's going to be somebody who's going to come in and say, oh, all people cheat or whatever. But, my point is, this is going to be a much better energy to surround yourself with than whatever you've got going on that's causing such turmoil. Now, you have the Knight of Cups, and here they come. This is throughout the month of July, and this is something that's coming up over the next few weeks. And the Knight of Cups is romantic. It's somebody who is charging forward. It's dreamy, it's whimsical. It's basically saying, look, Aquarius, let me take you off and, you know, away from whatever it is you're dealing with. And some of you may not be ready for something super serious, or some of you may just be testing the waters. It almost feels as though this person comes kind of out of the blue, and it may not be the person that you're gonna, you know, be with, or it may not, but it's an energy that just makes you feel good. It's an energy that makes you feel wanted. It's an energy to have a little passion with, a little fun with, even if it's not something that moves into seriousness. It's definitely a better energy than whatever's going on over here with this person who's trying to get your attention, going about it all the wrong ways, even though they pulled some bullshit and they need to fess up for it, and they need to, but it feels like this person is doing the opposite. They're trying to make you feel bad because you're ready to move on. But like I said, you're protected. The universe has your back. Now, coming into the month of July, something tangible for you, you have the Fool card, which I love because this is the beginning of the major arcana, which means a new cycle, a new step forward. The Fool is a leap of faith, going into the unknown. It's like not caring where you're going, not knowing what path you're going to take, not needing to know all the answers right up front, but just knowing you're going on a different path is so important right now, because you know that you're not going to be dealing with whatever this chaos is over here, whatever this Knight of Swords energy, whatever this, you know, resentment and anger and distrust, and whatever this third party situation is. You're moving forward from that. Now, how you're feeling is the Empress. You're ready to love. Look, Aquarius, you want to find somebody to dote on. You want to find somebody that you have that connection with. You want to find somebody that you can love on. The Empress is a very loving energy, a very maternal, paternal energy. Maybe you want, you know, to have kids, or maybe you have kids and you're like, you know, they deserve so much better than, you know, what we've been dealt with before, you know, with an ex situation. But the Empress card talks about, again, just this overwhelming, very nurturing energy. And that's who you are. You're not this Knight of Swords energy, but whoever this person is brings that out of you, because there's a negativity surrounding this person who's hurt you. And you're just not going to allow them to penetrate your bubble anymore. You're going to, you know, keep yourself safe and secure where you need to be, and then put the nurturing energy towards a situation that feels a lot better, that makes you feel better. The interesting thing here, though, is your hopes and fears and then the outcome. The hopes and fears, you know, you have the Tower card here. The Tower card is a dissolution of something. It's a complete breakdown of a system you once knew. And the thing is, this is the ending of something that happened. This is the conclusion. Now, there is still a foundation here, which means that you're wanting love, that you're ready for a relationship. You may not be 100% ready, but you at least know in time what you want and where you're going or what you're looking for. But unfortunately, with the Tower moment, this talks about something, you know, that's closing off. It talks about you know, the tower is burning and you're ready to get off of that tower. You're ready to grow from the ashes. And like I said, there's a foundation here. I don't feel like there's a foundation for you and this person, but you're having a hard time getting away from that energy, because you have the Two of Swords here, and the Two of Swords is a decision that needs to be made, and it's not going anywhere, because this other person, Aquarius, is not going anywhere. They're trying to hurt you. They're trying to love on you. They're trying to get your attention. They're trying to convince you. It's a very convincing energy. They're trying to definitely sway you, you know, hey, Aquarius, I love you. I never meant it. You know, why? And you're having a hard time, because in your gut, you know which way you need to go right now. It doesn't have to be forever, but in your gut, you know. And for some of you, you do want this person still in your life. And so maybe you are going to have those moments. But with this Fool card right here, this is taking in a different path. So, you know, you're going to take the path less traveled. You're not going to go towards this other energy until, I just feel like until they can get their stuff together. But again, the Two of Swords is a decision that you're going to have to make. Otherwise, it sits dormant and it's a stalemate. It's not going anywhere. You're eventually going to need to make some sort of decision about this person or about this situation, because again, it's going to keep kind of glaring in your face. And I know that doesn't sound very pleasant, but it really, and I think you know that too, because this person is not going anywhere. They're convinced that, you know, Aquarius, we're meant to be together and this was just a cock up or whatever it is. And you're starting to realize that you deserve this Emperor energy. you want the Emperor energy. You're not looking for the third party energy. So, you know, choose wisely. Do what, you know, you need to do in your heart, Aquarius. But for a lot of you, you know, it looks as though you're going to take a different path because you're going to be finding this Emperor come a few months down the road. And it starts with the Knight of Cups. Whether the Knight of Cups is the Emperor or whether this is just somebody who takes you on a really nice date and makes you feel really good, either way, it's eventually, you know, the past is not winning out at this point, unfortunately, for them. And for you, if you love this person. But right now, it doesn't feel like divine timing. What's interesting is you have gratitude here. And I think that's the best way to look at this, in seeing that you do love this person and seeing that, you know, there is a reason you and this person were together, and being grateful for that connection, even if it's gone horribly wrong, or even if there's anger there, or even if there's resentment there, but feeling grateful that, hey, maybe you didn't go the distance with this person, and that's good, because maybe this third party energy could have come out 10 years down the road when you guys were married. So it's almost like a saving grace. And I think if you view it that way, you can just feel a little better about the situation. All right, Aquarius, if this resonated, the extended read is below. I'll see you later.